That takes care of the cremation.
I bet Otacon, I bet it's him. He's going to tell us about the elevator. Yeah.
Snake, the elevator's working.
You fixed it?
No, that's the weird thing. It just moved by itself. It's headed your way now.
Is that so? Okay.
That explosion before, what was it?
Oh, I had to take out that helicopter.
Helicopter? That's incredible, Snake.
Listen, I just want to make sure again. This is the way to get to where Metal Gear is being stored?
Yeah. The entrance to the underground maintenance base is towards the back of the snowfield ahead.
Okay. Find a safe place to hide out for a while. I'm going underground.
I know. You don't have to tell me.
And stay out of my way. Don't try to be a hero or anything.
Okay. Call me if you need to.
Colonel has to say something about this. About defeating the Hind, not the elevator.
You did it, Snake. You shot down the Hind.
I was so worried.
Liquid couldn't have survived that.
Couldn't he?
But even so, just because we've taken out their leader doesn't mean they're gonna give up. They're still gonna try to launch that nuke.
You're right. There's no time to waste. Hurry. The underground base is past the communications tower. The elevator's working again, isn't it?
Oh, still no Miller. Any rations? No. Okay, let's just go. Now, about these communication towers as well. The first one where you were constantly being attacked by enemies, infinitely respawning enemies. The first No, I think it was the second one actually. The second Metal Gear game actually had a little sequence which was exactly like that. So you know how the sequence with the electrified floor where you have to guide the remote controlled missile to the circuit box so you can walk across the electrified floor? Metal Gear 1 did that, I think it was. And you know how Metal Gear Solid has kind of taken certain scenarios from Metal Gear 1 and 2 and kind of remade them for this game. The communication towers is actually one of those as well. It's obviously not as spectacular because it's in 2D, a top-down 2D, because of course that's what Metal Gear 1 and 2 are. But yeah, I was surprised because obviously I played Metal Gear 1 and 2 after I beat Metal Gear Solid 1, so when I got to the tower bit in Metal Gear 2, I was like, whoa, this is really similar to Metal Gear Solid 1. Then I eventually started to catch on to the fact that they directly remade it for this game, that whole communication tower bit. And it's just as annoying in Metal Gear 1 actually. In Metal Gear 2 it's actually just as annoying as it is in this game. Here we go, now the elevator is suddenly working. Gee, I wonder why. Such an intriguing mystery. I can't wait for the answer.
Huh?
Here we go. This codec conversation coming up is just... What can I say about it?
Snake, there's something I forgot to tell you before.
What?
It's so lame,
There were
it's
5
just
self-camouflage
amazing.
prototypes in my lab.
Yeah, so?
If you take out the one I'm wearing, that leaves 4.
Hey, this isn't first grade math class.
I thought I'd get one for you. So I went back to the lab and
Yeah?
the 4 suits were missing. Also, about the elevator that I checked out, it's really strange. It was like someone was intentionally holding it.
When you were riding on it, did the weight limit warning go off?
That's another thing that bothered me about it. The warning went off, and I know I couldn't be over the limit.
How much do you weigh?
About 135, but that elevator had a weight limit of 650 pounds.
It would take at least 5 people to go over that limit.
Look out, Snake! The guys who stole my stealth prototypes are in there with you!
I'm not sure if that was supposed to be funny or not.
Too late, Snake. Now die.
There's no way they didn't think that looked goofy as hell when they were like animating it. It's like they did it on purpose. This is the only other time I use stun grenades. I'm missing. Oh, yeah, I should get that out. 2 of them are dead, it looks like. Actually, this is where thermal goggles come in handy. I said the only time you use thermal goggles is on Psychomantis and Grey Fox, but I was wrong about that. It'd actually be kind of handy here. They're still unnecessary. I mean, I would rather use the body armor. Just gonna break their necks. These guys take a lot of bullets. 2 more to go. What is up with these guys? Why do they take so many shots to kill? It's not like they're super soldiers or anything like that. And that's the mystery of the elevator answered. What's weird as well is that Otacon, he had access to 4 stealth suits, so why didn't he just give them to Snake in the first place? He said they were back at the labs, and that's when Snake rescued him, so why didn't Otacon just give him the suits when they were in the lab in the first place? I guess I know the answer. It's because the game would be way too easy if they gave you the stealth suit. And for those of you who don't know, you can unlock the stealth suit if you beat the game. It depends on which ending you get. There's 2 endings to the game. I think this is the only Metal Gear game with multiple endings as well. I think some people would claim that Peace Walker has 2 endings, but no, that doesn't count. It's just 1 ending for that game. As if you weren't sick of throwing chaff grenades already, we got more cameras to worry about. I might get hit here. Nope, it's all good. Max rations, okay. This is another thing I never noticed as a kid as well. Parachutes. I only know that because of Metal Gear Scanalon. Oh, okay, I didn't mean to trigger that. Obviously the parachute is supposed to basically indicate the liquid survived. He used the parachute when the hangar was crashing.
Otacon, were there any other stealth prototypes?
No, there were only 5.
So, this isn't stealth camouflage then.
What are you talking about?
Someone's aiming at me in the middle of this blizzard.
It's her!
Wolf? Sniper Wolf?
Yes, it's her. It's definitely her.
Otacon, you sound like you're happy.
No, I'm not.
So then what is it?
Snake, please don't kill her.
Are you insane?
Please! She's a good person. You'd know that if you talked to her.
Listen to me, kid. She's a merciless killer.
I can see you perfectly from here. I told you, I'd never quit the hunt. Now you're mine.
Wolf, no, you can't.
Don't get between a wolf and its prey.
You're pretty good if you can hit me in this storm.
You see, women naturally make better soldiers.
Wolf, don't do this.
Snake, I'm near. Can't you sense me near you?
It's a mistake for a sniper to reveal her location.
Is that right? Well, I'm going to send you a love letter, my dear. Do you know what that is? It's a bullet straight from my gun to your heart.
Please, Wolf! Snake, no!
Quiet! Don't get in our way.
Now I'm gonna pay you back for Meryl.
You men are so weak. You could never finish what you start.
Ironic, the sniper in this game says quiet, huh?
It's Sniper Wolf. You can only shoot at her with your PSG-1.
Snake, Wolf is hiding somewhere in that snowfield. First, you'll have to find out where she is.
She should come out of hiding briefly to shoot at you.
I don't know, I don't really want... Whatever, let's leave it at that. Now this boss fight is kind of broken, or at least you can break it, because they've given you a remote-controlled missile launcher and a stinger as well. So if you're really lazy or just really bad, you can just use this. She can't even shoot you if you stay behind the little slope. So you can just use this and just keep shooting her until she dies. But there's no fun in this, so I'm just going to do this one shot and then use the sniper rifle. I mean, that's no fun, and it takes ages as well, so what's the point? Sniper, where are we? Got it, okay. Wow, I've never hit her when she's moving before like that. Actually, kind of impressed myself. You might be yelling at your screen right now, shoot her, when she was hiding behind the tree, because her arm was very clearly sticking out. It actually doesn't do anything. If you shoot her arm, it doesn't count. You have to wait for her to come out from behind cover, basically. Where's she gone? I think we just have to wait for her to come back to the left. Just a slope over there. Ooh. Actually doing quite well. One more. Just to demonstrate. See, that did nothing. And I very clearly hit her. Demonstrate one more time. See, apparently that didn't hit her. Come on. I love how big that health bar is getting now. It's just crazy to see how small that health bar was at the start of the game, and you start to wonder, how did I ever manage on a health bar that small? Now there's a way to trigger, yeah.
Huh?
That's right, I was trying to trigger that, the conversation.
Colonel, listen to me. I found a parachute near the wreckage of the Hind.
A parachute? You don't think that Liquid survived?
Impossible. As soon as he jumped out of the pilot's seat, he'd be sliced up faster than an onion on an infomercial.
So what's that parachute doing there then?
I have no idea.
A trap?
Either that, or a message. To me.
Meaning I'm not dead, I suppose.
Maybe. But I think it's more like, I'll string you up.
Well, in any case, don't let your guard down.
I won't.
Let's go hear Sniper Wolf's final words, I guess.
I waited for this moment. I am a sniper. Waiting is my job. Never moving a muscle. Concentrating. I am Longshot. You cannot save me. Please. Just finish me quick. I am a Kurd. I have always dreamed of a peaceful place like this.
A Kurd. So that's why you're called Wolf.
I was born on the battlefield. Raised on the battlefield. Gunfire, sirens, and screams. They were my lullabies. Hunted like dogs, day after day. Driven from our ragged shelters. That was my life. Each morning I'd wake up and find a few more of my family or friends dead beside me. I'd stare at the morning sun and pray to make it through the day. The governments of the world turned a blind eye to our misery. But then, he appeared. My hero,
Big boss?
Saladin.
Yeah.
He took me away from all that.
Saladin? You mean Big Boss?
I became a sniper. Hidden, watching everything through a rifle's scope. Now I could see war, not from inside, but from the outside, as an observer. I watched the brutality, the stupidity of mankind through the scope of my rifle. I joined this group of revolutionaries to take my revenge on the world. But I have shamed myself and my people. I am no longer the wolf I was born to be. In the name of vengeance, I sold my body and my soul. Now I am nothing more than a dog.
Wolves are noble animals. They're not like dogs. In Yupik, the word for wolf is Keglanek, and the Aleuts revere them as honorable cousins. They call mercenaries like us dogs of war. It's true. We're all for sale at some price or another. But you're different. Untamed. Solitary. You're no dog. You're a wolf.
Who are you? Are you Saladin?
Wolf. You spared Meryl's life.
She was never my real target. I don't kill for sport.
Rest easy. You'll die as the proud wolf you are.
I finally understand. I wasn't waiting to kill people. I was waiting for someone to kill me. A man like you. You're a hero. Please, set me free.
Why? Why? I loved you.
What is it?
My gun. Give it to me. She's part of me. Everyone's here now. Oh, okay, hero. Set me free.
Goodbye. Snake, you said that love could bloom on the battlefield. But I couldn't save her. What are you doing?
Returning it to its owner. I don't need a handkerchief.
Why?
I don't have any more tears to shed. I'm going to the underground base. We're out of time.
I know.
You'll have to protect yourself now. Don't trust anyone.
Yeah.
If I can't stop Metal Gear, this whole place will probably be bombed to hell.
Yeah.
We might not meet again.
I'll hang on to my codec. I want to keep helping.
You can leave anytime. Get a head start. A head start on your new life.
Snake! What was she fighting for? What am I fighting for? What are you fighting for?
If we make it through this, I'll tell you.
Okay, I'll be searching too.
Okay.
A sad story. We shouldn't have turned our backs on the Kurds after the Gulf War.
Listen, we're not responsible for her choices. Everyone decides their own fate, no matter where they were born. Words like fate, karma, it's just an excuse for giving up if you ask me.
I don't agree with you. Maybe if she hadn't been born on a battlefield, she might have had a happier, more fulfilling life. She might not have turned into a killer.
Mellowback? He is.
Master, you and I, we're nothing more than dogs, are we?
That's not like you, Snake. Don't let what Sniper Wolf said bother you. Listen, there's not a soldier alive that doesn't question himself. And if there is one, he's nothing more than a murderer. But someone like Wolf, a soldier who's looking for nothing more than their own death, is no good to anyone either. Once she started to look for death, it was all over. That's how you'll end up too, Snake.
I never heard that before. That little conversation. That's actually kind of sweet. Now, before I advance, I can search all of these optional rooms if I want. I don't know if I... Yeah, I knew that was coming. There's claymores in some of these. Oh, there's more, okay. At least there's a ration. Just in case there's more mines. Yeah, there are. Don't really need diazepam. You don't use the sniper rifle anywhere else in the game. I mean, you can use it, but you don't have to. It's not as if any of these optional rooms have any new weapons, it's just ammo and rations. I don't really need anything. Or chaff grenades, actually. Although they do give you chaff grenades later on. Can I be bothered? I think I'll do this one room, then I'll move on. What we got? No chaff grenades in there. Alright, I'm gonna guess they're chaff grenades. And rather than use the chaff grenades, I'm just gonna... Yeah. Nice. Only 3? 6, okay. That's more than enough. I think I'll move on. If I can find my way up this slope. There we go. Disc 2. This was the only game I ever owned for the PlayStation 1 which had more than one disc. So that was kind of a big deal to me when I had to change the discs like that. I was like, whoa, the game's so big. It has to be on 2 discs. Like I know most people played Final Fantasy 7 mainly on the PlayStation 1 when they were kids, but I never actually owned that game. And to this day I still haven't played it. I have been going through the Final Fantasy series recently, actually. I beat 1, 2 and 4 recently. I'm trying to go through them all before 15 gets released. And the 7 remake as well, which was recently announced. Okay, I'm gonna have a quick break here, gonna save the game.
In China, they say, it's better to live ugly than to die beautiful.
Why?
I think it's true. Once you're dead, you'll never have another chance to.
Oh right, okay, I haven't. Took me a while then to understand.
Their time. Please, Nick, promise me that you'll come back alive.
Okay, just had a little break. Got some more water. I'm ready to go. And I might just kill this guy. I mean, I got a suppressor anyway. Yeah, now he's dead. Okay. I thought he was gonna turn around and spot me. Now, I've never done this before, but I've heard that you can destroy this crane using the stinger. But the thing is, if you use the stinger, won't the explosion trigger an alert phase, if I'm not mistaken? I'm gonna try it anyway. If it triggers an alert phase, then so be it. Oh, okay, those are rats. I was wondering what I was targeting then. I was like, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. It is falling down. Oh. It triggered the alert phase, but yeah. It destroyed the crane at least. I never knew you could do that. I read about it online recently. I was like, can you really do that? I've never done that before. Always discovering new things about this game. Wait. Can he squeeze past now? Okay, just about. For those of you who haven't played the game, if you don't destroy the crane, then you have to basically time it so the crane doesn't hit you, because the crane's moving back and forth. So you have to time it so the crane doesn't hit you off the ledge when you're squeezing past. Where's this guy going? I got 5 rations, don't need that one down there! And about C4, apparently you can put C4 on the back of guards. I've known about that ever since I was a kid actually. I've never tried it. But apparently you can plant C4 on the back of guards and then detonate it. But the thing is, detonating C4 I think triggers an alert phase. So you wouldn't really want to do it. It's just kind of like a novelty thing. It's a cool little trick, but it's not very practical since it triggers an alert phase. Or at least I'm assuming it does. Although it's still a cool little fun thing you can do if you want to mess around with the guards. There's no trap grenades, those are really the only things I'm interested in picking up. At this point in the game you don't really need any ammo. I mean the boss fights from this point onwards require explosives.
There he is.
I guess some machine gun ammo would be useful against these guys. Time to get the body armor on. Dun, 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 dun. I'm missing. This is not good. Yeah. No, I was trying to hit him over the ledge. If you kind of punch them in the right way, yeah, that happens. They go off the edge. Oh, that's a bad thing though, because you don't get to pick up the item that they drop when they die if you hit them off the edge. Did I kill him? Yeah, I don't want that. If you got a ration, I'll take it. Nope. This little area has a bunch of mines placed around. But the thing that sucks is that you can't use the mine detector to see where they are because the radar's jammed, so... I mean, you can put on the thermal goggles, I guess. Oh, and there's the camera. I hate this. I'm just gonna destroy it. It's placed in... No, don't die. I'm dead. First time I've died.
What's wrong? Snake.
I was hoping I could beat the game without dying, and I just got killed in a really lame way. I mean, if someone like Liquid killed me, fair enough, but just some random security camera. Okay. Right, so there's a bunch of claymores. Is it worth me going over there? What is that? Ration? Yeah. Anything else? And we got ammo. I can't be bothered. I don't want to crawl through the mines. I'm too lazy. I can't be bothered. It's not worth picking up the ration. It doesn't even take that. Well, I don't know. It takes long enough. I'm pretty sure Master Miller calls you by here. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. I'm not sure how you kill the birds. Oh, you just punch them. Apparently, if you kill a certain amount of birds, then it triggers a codec conversation. Metal Gear Solid 2 does a really similar thing, where if you kill a certain amount of pigeons, then the colonel will call you.
Snake, I've got something to tell you about Naomi Hunter.
This is where the story really starts to get
interesting. Is this conversation secure?
Don't worry, the monitor's off.
Okay.
What's up?
I was in the FBI too, you know.
I didn't know that. What's your point?
Dr. Hunter's story about her background, about her grandfather being an assistant secretary to Hoover in the FBI.
Yeah?
And then going undercover to investigate the Mafia in New York.
Yeah, what about it?
It was all a big lie.
What did you say?
It was really bothering me. Why would she lie about it?
She lied?
She might be a spy.
Ridiculous.
Come on, even a high school student could see past it. The head of the FBI at that time, Edgar Hoover, he was a well-known racist. Didn't Naomi say that her father was Japanese?
Yeah.
Well, back then, there wasn't a single Asian investigator. Also, in the 1950s, the undercover mafia sting operations hadn't even started yet. They first started in 1960, in Chicago, not New York.
But
you better check it out. The chief and the president mysteriously dying, and that ninja? Too many strange things are happening.
Are you saying that Naomi might be behind it?
I don't know. Either that, or she's working with the terrorists.
Could it be?
If I find out anything, I'll call. In the meantime, be careful.
Got a pretty fun boss fight coming up. I'll say this boss, Raven, that's his name. I think as far as all of the characters go in the Foxhound squad, the boss squad for Metal Gear Solid 1, I think Raven is the least interesting, or at least in my opinion, he's the least interesting. You know what, Foxhound member I want to see more of? Decoy Octopus. We never got to see his true form. I mean, I know you can look at the artwork in the manual of the game, but you never got to see his true form in this, you know, in the game. I hope he appears in Phantom Pain.
Welcome, Cossack. This is the end of the road for you. Right, my friends? Listen, they agree. How dare you kill my friends?
Ooh.
Ravens aren't scavengers like most people think. They're simply returning to the natural.
He does not. I'm
world
certain he does not say that if you don't kill the
Sometimes
crows on the
they'll
elevator.
even attack wounded foxes.
You were the one in the M1 tank? Must have been a tight fit for a big boy like you.
But that was no true battle. The Ravens and I were testing to see what kind of man you were. The judgment is decided. The Ravens say you are a true warrior.
Am I hallucinating?
What is up with that thing that comes out of his forehead? I always thought that was a bit out there.
Can't move. The Raven has put the mark of death upon you.
And I'm saying that for a
From the
series that has
easy flows
ghosts.
in your veins. Your ancestors too were raised on the barren plains of Mongolia. Inuit and Japanese are cousins to each other. We share many ancestors, you and I.
I don't have any crows in my family tree.
You jest, but indeed ravens and snakes are not the best of friends. Nevertheless, you will make a worthy adversary. You live in Alaska too. You know of the World Eskimo Indian Olympics?
Yeah, I know it. Must be a real threat in the muck duck eating contest.
Yes, you are right. But there is another event that I excel at. It is called the ear pull. It is an event where two opponents pull each other's ears while enduring the harsh cold. It tests spiritual as well as physical strength.
You want to pull each other's ears?
The form is different, but the spirit is the same. Rejoice, Snake! Ours will be a glorious battle.
This isn't glorious, it's just plain killing. Violence isn't a sport.
Well, we'll see if there is iron in your words.
Vulcan Raven is half Native Alaskan American and half Inuit. He was raised as a shaman, and they say
Like
he
the
has
ability to
supernatural
speak to
powers.
crows?
During the Cold War, he trained in Russia with the BIM,
What other
the
powers
Soviet
does he
Special
have?
Forces. In 1993, he was demoted by President Yeltsin following his coup d'etat, so he fled the country and became a mercenary. After that, he joined those rent-a-war bastards at Outer Heaven, Inc. He stayed there until he joined us in Foxhound, next to a strong recommendation from Revolver Ocelot.
That cannon he's holding is a 20mm Vulcan gun. You usually see them mounted on fighter planes. You can't take him on in a firefight. He'll make mincemeat of you.
He's not just strong, Snake. He's a graduate emeritus from Alaska University, so he's a quick thinker, too.
In any case, you'd better not try to attack him from the front. Normal weapons are no match for his 20mm Vulcan. Try to attack him from the sides or behind.
That place is right in the middle of the permafrost. Just like the name says, it never melts. I've heard over 85% of Alaska is permafrost. It's extremely cold there, Snake. If you don't hurry, your sea rations will freeze. One way to prevent your sea rations from freezing is to hold them close to your body by equipping them.
I won't be needing them for a while anyway.
That room is still under construction because their main priority was to finish Metal Gear's underground base. But the good thing is, with all those containers, it should be easy to hide, right?
It looks like Raven is holding an M61A1 20mm multi-turreted machine gun. They are usually mounted on F-16s. With its 6 rotating turrets, it can fire 4,000 20mm rounds per minute, and it is accurate too. If you come at him from the front, he'll turn you into burst.
Obviously, there's you can use like C4 to kind of bring him down. If you time it when he walks over the C4s and then blow him up, obviously that's one way to do it. I know some people use the remote control missile launcher. Some people use the Stinger, but you have to shoot him from the back. Personally, I just use Claymores, which I do not have a lot of. Hopefully 8 is enough to kill him. But yeah, it's just, I find it really tedious using the Nikita to bring him down. It just seems like a lot of effort. So I find that a lot of the time when it's coming up behind him, most of the time he spins around. So if he faces it, then he'll just use the gun to like destroy it in midair, so... Oh, I hope I don't get crushed by that box. Okay.
Come on now.
He never seems to walk into the claymores either. He always seems to take the exact routes which you haven't covered with the claymores. See, he's walking back and forth now, because I've covered it up. Or maybe it's just a coincidence. Come down here. Just walking back and forth. Jesus, come on. Okay, now go left. Left. Oh, okay. This is nonsense. I would place more claymores, but I've only got 3 left, so I'm just gonna search the area. Hopefully I can find some. I'm guessing he hears your footsteps or something like that. Keep going forward, yes. What? For some reason I didn't hurt him. Hang on, it's just... I've got the opportunity, so I might as well. I'm certain claymores do way more damage to him than that. All the more reason not to use the stinger. What's this? Claymores, hopefully? No. I normally kill him by now, this boss fight never takes me this long. God's sake, man, come on. Over here. Okay, I'm pretty sure they designed the AI for him to avoid the claymores. He does walk into them on his own sometimes. It just takes a while, I guess. It doesn't normally take this long. Let's just give this a go. Might as well. You're boring me to death, so you're forcing me to use them. I'm pretty sure he just blew up a claymore. Is he gonna walk into... Nope, he's coming back. See, that's what happens. What's that been? I've never had this much trouble in this boss fight before. I swear, it's normally over within 2 minutes, if that. This is the first time I've ever used the Nikita missile launcher on this fight in a long time. Like, I used it once or twice as a kid, but aside from that, I always used claymores. Yeah, I finally walked into one. Got him. Spoke too soon.
Come on out.
Don't turn around. Huh? Oh. I see. Oh no, he's about to find me, he's about to see me. No, where's he going? He's getting really frantic now. give C4 a go. Let's change things up. Nice. Okay. I swear to God, that boss fight doesn't normally take me that long.
Just as the boss said, it is my existence which is no longer needed in this world. But my body will not remain in this place. My spirit and my flesh will become one with the ravens. In that way, I will return to Mother Earth who bore me. Snake! I will be watching you. Understand? Snake, take this security card. It will open that door.
Why?
You are a snake which was not created by nature. You and the boss. You are from another world. A world that I do not wish to know. Go and do battle with him. I will be watching from above. First, I'll give you a hint. The man who you saw die before your eyes.
What is it?
That was not the DARPA chief. It was Decoy Octopus, a member of Foxhound. He was a master of disguise. He copied his subjects down to the blood. So he drained the chief's blood and took it into himself. But he wasn't able to deceive the Angel of Death.
The Angel of Death? But why go to so much trouble? Why impersonate the chief?
That is the end of my hint. You must solve the rest of the riddle yourself. Snake, in the natural world, there's no such thing as boundless slaughter. There's always an end to it. But you are different.
What are you trying to say?
The path you walk on has no end. Each step you take is paved with the corpses of your enemies. Their souls will haunt you forever. You shall have no peace. Hear me, Snake. My spirit will be watching you.
I was about to grab the controller, then I remembered. Codec.
Snake, it's me.
Master.
It's about Naomi. Turn your monitor off.
What about Naomi?
Colonel, is Naomi there?
No, she's away. She's taking a short nap. So what is this about Naomi?
Okay, maybe we'd better let the Colonel hear this too.
Yeah. Go on, Master.
Well, basically, Dr. Naomi Hunter is not Dr. Naomi Hunter at all.
What?
I thought her story of her background sounded kind of fishy, so I checked it out.
And?
There is an actual Dr. Naomi Hunter, or I should say, there was one. But she's not the woman we know. The real Naomi Hunter disappeared somewhere in the Middle East. Our Naomi must have somehow obtained her identification papers.
So then who is she really?
She must be some kind of spy.
A spy?
Yes. Maybe she's been sent to sabotage this operation.
Are you saying she's with the terrorists?
I don't want to believe it either, but she is working for Foxhound.
So you think she had a part in the uprising?
Or she could be working with some different group altogether.
Different group? It couldn't be.
Is he referring to the Patriots when he says that?
What?
When he says it couldn't be?
She needs to be arrested.
Like, I doubt Kojima had in mind the idea of the Patriots when he was writing this game, but
What do you mean?
it kind of fits, you know?
Have you let her in
Makes
on
sense.
some kind of vital secret or something? Does this have anything to do with the mysterious deaths of the DARPA chief and the Arms Tech president?
I have no idea.
Anyway, we cannot allow her to participate any further in this mission.
Wait a minute. Without her, we can't complete this mission.
I knew it. You're hiding something.
Give me some time. I'll try to get it out of her.
Hurry then. We've got to figure out who she is and what she's doing here.
I understand. Snake, give me some time.
I don't have any time left for you.
If you haven't played this game and you're wondering who the Patriots are, they're basically, well, they don't pop up until the second game, I'll say that. They appear in the sequel. I wonder if you'll talk about Raven being eaten alive by crows, if we call him again.
If it's about Naomi,
No.
I'm looking into the matter right now. Give me a little more time.
Where is she?
She's still sleeping.
I can't believe it. First, the DARPA chief turns out to be an imposter, and now Naomi. What the hell is going on here? I suppose you're going to tell me you don't know anything, right?
I'm sorry, Snake.
A madman is threatening the world with a nuclear weapon. I guess that's what I should worry about now.
No one's going to talk about the crows eating Raven.
Your sea rations are frozen? Never eat frozen sea rats. It'll cause a temperature imbalance that'll drain your strength. Make sure you warm those seas before you eat them.
Got it. I'll just leave it at that. When I say I'm at... Oh yeah, I was about to say... Forgot. Okay. So when I say I'm a die-hard fan of the series, like I said, I haven't played every game in the series, and I'm not an expert when it comes to the gameplay. Like, I'm decent. Like I said, I'm a decent player, I like to think. But, where's my chaff grenade? I like to think I'm an expert on the story, though. That's one thing I think I've got down quite well. Like, a lot of people play the games, play the Metal Gear Solid games, they say they love the story and everything, but they don't fully understand everything about it. I'm not saying everyone's like that, I'm just saying, you know, some people are like that. They kind of play them casually, but they don't quite fully remember everything about the story. But that's one thing I know quite a lot about. Like, if you were to ask me what the Philosopher's Legacy is, I could explain it. Like, I know what GW is, JD is, Arsenal Gear, the Patriots, the founding members of the Patriots. I'm not sure, like, what other... The S3 plan, I could explain what that is. So I got the story down really well, I like to think, in my head. But there are one or two things which confused me, I'll admit. Mainly the post-credits scene at the end of Metal Gear Solid 4, because they make something become really complicated in that scene. I think you know what I'm talking about, if you've played Metal Gear Solid 4.
Snake, it's me.
What's wrong? Did you find a good place to hide?
Yeah, thanks to the stealth gear. It looks like they've finished getting Metal Gear ready.
How do you know that?
I overheard them talking. Where are you now?
Right in front of Metal Gear, but it's strange.
What is?
There's nobody here. No guards, nobody patrolling. It's too quiet.
Maybe because they're all ready. They said they even input the PAL codes.
What should I do?
All we can do is use the override system that President Baker told you about.
But I've only got one of the 3 keys, and besides that, like Ocelot said, there's some trick to using the keys.
Leave it to me.
You got some kind of plan?
Well, I'm in the computer room right now. I'm trying to access Baker's private files.
Baker's files? Don't you need a password?
Of course, but there are ways.
Are you a hacker?
Yep, that describes me pretty well.
Does it look like you can get in?
I don't know yet. I'll give it a try.
I'm counting on you.
I find this bit really irritating. Every single time you take a few steps, Otacon just calls you. It's like, why can you just have all the dialogue in one spot so you wouldn't keep interrupting the gameplay every 5 seconds? Just have it all at once instead. And then when I climb up that ladder, I'm gonna get another call.
It's me again.
How's it going?
Not bad. I just got past his 3rd security level. He was a pretty careful guy.
Do you think you'll break in soon?
I never met a system I couldn't bust into.
Okay, keep trying.
Did he just call just to say he broke past a security level? Just call when you're done, you know? Another call.
Snake, I did it!
You got past security?
Bingo!
Nope. Oh.
Great. So what do you got?
I accessed the confidential Metal Gear file.
So what about the PAL override system that Baker talked about?
I haven't found it yet.
That's what I need to know.
But Snake, I found something else.
What?
The secret behind the new nuclear weapon. Just as I thought, the nuclear warhead is designed to be fired from the railgun like a projectile. It doesn't use fuel, so it isn't considered a missile. That way it can get around all sorts of international treaties.
Pretty sneaky.
Yes, but effective. And that's not even the scariest thing about this weapon.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
It's a stealth weapon.
You mean it won't show up on radar?
Yeah. The truth is, they've been working on a stealth missile since the late 70s.
Why weren't they able to develop one until now?
Because of the missile rocket propulsion system. It would be picked up by enemy satellites.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
But unlike a missile, the railgun doesn't burn any propellant, so it can't be detected by any current ballistic missile detection systems.
An invisible nuclear warhead.
Totally impossible to intercept. And on top of that, it's got a surface-piercing warhead designed to penetrate hardened underground bases.
We learned that lesson in the Gulf War.
This thing could mean the end of the world.
It's the ultimate weapon. And from a political point of view, it avoids the problem of nuclear reduction and nuclear inspections. Colonel, is this true? Are you listening?
I'm listening.
If word of this got out, it could delay the signing of the START 3 treaty and cause a huge international incident.
Yeah, it would be nasty. The United States would be denounced by the UN. It could even bring the president down.
Did you know this, Colonel?
I'm sorry.
You've changed, Colonel.
I won't make any excuses.
Snake, listen to me. This new nuclear weapon, it's never actually been tested, only simulated.
You mean they ran a computer model?
Yeah, that's why they were conducting this exercise. They needed to get actual experimental data to back up the simulation.
What were the results of the exercise?
It looks like it went better than they hoped for, but I can't find the data.
It's on that optical disc, right? The one that Ocelot took?
Carefully recorded.
It was. President Baker gave me an optical disc with all of the test data.
What? You still have it?
No. Ocelot took it from me.
Damn. The terrorists have replaced the dummy warhead with a real warhead. Once they input the detonation codes, they should be ready to launch.
So you think they can do it?
Well, the dummy warhead was designed to be identical to the real thing, so I think so.
Did you find out how to override it yet?
Not yet. It must be in a separate file. Right now I'm looking through all of Baker's personal files.
We're counting on you.
I think he calls us one more time when we're walking down this walkway. But then we've got a 7-minute cutscene straight away. Now there's a guard walking back and forth on this catwalk down here. I can never be bothered to try and sneak past him. I always just shoot him with the rifle. And I know a lot of people will go apeshit if you kill people unnecessarily in this game, but you know, deal with it. That's what I do. You know, for the most part, I go through the game without killing people, but sometimes I get lazy and I just can't be bothered to sneak past them.
Did you find it? No. I haven't found out about the override system yet, but I found Baker's ulterior motive.
Money.
He's just looking to get rich, isn't he?
Well, that's part of it. Arms Tech is in much worse financial trouble than I thought.
I know they lost their bid to make the next generation fighter jet. That plus the reduction in SDI spending.
It looks like there was even some talk of a hostile takeover.
Everything was riding on this project, I guess.
And it looks like we were paying a lot of bribe money to the DARPA chief.
Bribe money, huh?
Yeah, and Baker was a big proponent of the nuclear deterrent theory.
I see. So anyway, what about the override?
Just give me a little bit longer.
Another cutscene.